Hello everyone, it's me, it's Fargo. Welcome to Let's Play Civ 5 Brave New World as the Inca! Yeah, I'm just moving on from that disastrous Portugal game. And so now, here we are as the Inca on a Highlands map, because of course the Inca have unique improvement, the terrace farm, and where better to take advantage of it than on a Highlands map, which has lots of mountains. So the Inca, for those who don't know, they're like DLC civ. You got they're not included in either expansion packs. You want them, you have to buy them separate. Great Andean Road, units ignore terrain cost moving onto any tile with hills. No maintenance cost for improvements in hills, half cost elsewhere. So basically all your roads are super cheap and you guys run around on all your units don't take terrain penalties moving onto hills, which is kind of insane, honestly. In a lot of cases the Inca are terrifying if they get going, especially on a map like this. And you have the Slinger, which is possibly the worst unique unit in the game. I would say even more so than Polynesia's Maori. They are an archer replacement. They are slightly weaker than archers, and if they're getting attacked by a melee unit and there is a empty space or an empty hex behind them, there is a chance that they will retreat away from the melee attack. This is pretty much entirely fucking useless, and especially now since you have the Brave New World, and was it Brave New World that introduced composite boners, or Gods and Kings that introduced composite bowmen? Gods and Kings. Ever since they added composite bowmen, they archers just aren't relevant for just about any length of time at all, really. Slingers are fucking useless. You're better off just waiting until you get composite bowmen and just building composites from scratch, which is what a lot of people end up doing anyway. And then you have what we're here for this game, the terrace farm. Terrace farm can only be built on hills and does not need a source of fresh water to do so. If you built next to a mountain, it will provide additional food. Now, what that little tooltip does not tell you is that every mountain tile you are next to gives you one additional food. So, hence why when I saw this start, I jumped with it, or I went with it. So here, this tile, which is adjacent to 3 mountains, when we build a terrace farm in it, which is base plus 1 food, base, plus an additional 3 food, that means this will turn into a 4 food, 2 hammers tile. Kinda nuts. Yeah. And this game will be all about exploiting that. So I'm actually going to move our settler onto the hill here. And again, no movement penalty from hills. So I can move onto a hill and settle on the same turn. That's really nice. We'll settle in place. I see no reason not to. We got all these sheep, these source of salt here. That's nice. Here, will be 50 gold to buy that. We'll get a scout going and pottery. I want to get a pantheon going. I would very much like to get a pantheon that gives me I've got the game sign turned up down to low. Let's just turn that up a bit. Right. So that might be too loud. Let's turn that down. Okay, that's a really nice balance. And we're looking for let's see now.
The meat.
Mining. That's useful. Okay, so there's a city state right here. I want to get a pantheon that gives me, I think, +1 culture from pastures would be very nice right here. That's Kiev. Also to note here, you can see edge of the map. So like the Mediterranean map we were playing on for the Morocco game, this map does not wrap around. This the Highlands map is not a looping map script. And yet, you can see here that that no terrain penalty applies even if there's other things on the tile that would apply terrain penalties, i.e. forests and jungles. So Inca, very, very powerful civ. Definitely a sort of a top tier civ. So that must be the bottom of the map right there, since we can't see anything. We're not revealing anything there. Move on. Ruins. And I'm just gonna go tradition this game. I see no reason not to. Cusco is going to need tradition to help get it going at the start here anyway, since there's not much in the way of initial growth tiles. It'll be very powerful in the long run, but it's going to need a little oomph to get it going. Like that works very well. 2 more wheat down here. Wow. And more salt. So we'll probably end up settling down there. We want the shrine, like I said. And we already have mining. We'll need masonry to pick up that marble. We need what do I want to do with this game? Let's try and... We've got a high production capital here. Cusco is a nice high production capital. Let's try for some early game wonder spamming. Let's try and get the Temple of Artemis. Oh, more salt, more wheat. Okay, yeah, we can get a really good expand off in here. Might even settle on that sheep tile. More salt, wheat dies. Yeah, so we could get a good city up here somewhere. Even more salt. Oh wow. I might actually get Earth Mother then. That's the pantheon that gives you faith from copper, iron, and salt. So yeah, I think on that sheep tile would actually end up being the best spot. Go animal husbandry next. Right, Temple of Artemis. Let's see if we can get this. Oh. Well, we've upgraded our sky into a slinger. Oh well. Let's buy... We can buy this tile. And make sure that Cusco works it. Yeah, get 3 2-food tiles. Egg Ox. Nice, early growth. Go with that. All of them also have a hammer, so good for early production. Now, if we settled here, right here where I am now, we get the silk, the wine, the wheat, and the oasis. That would be excellent. So far, this is actually looking like we haven't met any of our neighbours. This might be a good game to try and get a cultural victory. Just leverage the massive production potential that you can get as the Inca to try and what's the word? Just wonder span our way to a culture victory. That would be pretty interesting. Not, maybe not. Right, the wheel next. Ooh, 35th! Excellent! We'll get our Pantheon next turn, so we'll get our choice of them. Okay, stone circles went, so we're not first, but that's enough that we can still get our Pantheon. Now, do I want faith from copper, iron, and salt, or do I want... I mean, I suppose with this much production, we could just build an army and go murder everyone. Yeah, why not do that? It's more in keeping with the Inca strategy, anyway. Okay, there's... I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a lot of extra culture versus 4 faith. I think I want the culture from pastures. Ah, there's the Aztecs. I'll avoid making contact with him for now. As long as he doesn't know we're here, he can't start fights with us. Okay, now you work through production towns, please. If we can't get that little bar count out of the way, that would certainly help with things. It's already spawning hand axes. And yeah, now our slinger has retreated into a trap. You can't control where the slinger will retreat. It's Slingers are garbage. Right, okay. Well, now we can pull them out of there. This map, rough terrain, right, of course, zone of control. I think on this map, rough terrain promotions are going to be considerably more important. Now, Bronze working to see if we can get the Hang Gardens. Askia. Okay. No. Okay, Temple of Ordnance. Now, we need a worker. So I haven't managed to... Actually, I should go down here and see if I can steal a worker from Kiev. They're size 4 now. They should have a worker out. Oh! You have a worker too. Well, protected them. That would be too far away, so... The long walk back, it'd be much easier just to take one from Kiev. Who... Aha! There you go, make peace. Just, as long as we only do that once, we won't get in much trouble for it. Guarded by a warrior. Well, we can't take that out on our own of the single warrior. We'll need another military unit to do that. Ask is into the classical era. Interesting. And the Aztecs have sat old Tlatelolco right there. That's no, that's going to be stealing a bunch of our resources. We can't have that. Absolutely cannot have that. That's getting it's going to be severely cramping our style. And not something we're going to allow. There's the Great Library. That's relatively late Great Library, to be honest. Stonehenge. Okay, there's the barbs. Come down here, we'll get them to heal up, and then we'll go down and clear that camp out. Help repair our relations with Kiev. Start building another caravan. Or not another caravan, a caravan. We'll start building a caravan, because again, this is the Highlands Map. Sea trade routes are lake. Nowhere that you can even build cargo ships. So as much as you may prefer doing sea trade routes, you're not doing them on this map. Yeah. Nice tiles. Giving us all a little extra culture. And let's see now. We have horses. We can probably chariot rush. That's open terrain. We can chariot rush Montezuma. So we'll need bronze working for spearmen to accompany it. Oops, we have to turn trying to get. Try building hanging gardens. See how that goes. Religion. Okay, we officially made contact with Monday. Alright, religious settlements, that's such a worthless pantheon. 15% faster border growth, that's never helped anybody do anything. I mean, theoretically, okay, if you were Russia and you stacked religious settlements with your unique building, the Cray Post, and your unique, and the bonus from Angkor Wat, you could get. Angkor Wat is 25%. 25%. The Cray Post is 15, so 30. So you could get 55% cheaper border growth, faster and cheaper border, or 55% faster border growth, which, you know, I've heard of dumber things. Like if you want to make a really big land grab, that's certainly a way you could go about it. Right. We are going to need calendar. Yeah, carefully. Yeah, we'll need calendar to be able to hook up. No. Iron there. Well, Cusco's going to be an absolute beast of a city. Absolute beast of a city. Well, we're about to lose a work. Oh, hell no! Fuck right off, Monty. Fuck right off. You absolutely do not get to put a city there. One tile off where we're going to be putting our second city. No. I'm going to burn that down. So we'll need writing. Assuming we don't get sniped on the Hanging Gardens here. Which I doubt we will, because our production is absurd. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Look at that, 11 culture per turn already. That's amazing. Okay, there's the Hanging Gardens, and alright, I can't get the horses yet, so blow a couple of spearmen. Yeah, sure, Asky, let's be friends. Don't see why not. Okay, you folks into the city to heal up. Did I wonder if I've left Raging Barbarians on. No, I haven't. Oh well. We're just being particularly prolific right now. Using my salt like assholes. Actually, yeah, I should build the barracks. We go writing. Now we'll go. No, we'll need philosophy. And then I think we'll go to construction, because construction is also what lets us get our terrace farms. So that's very important. Okay, now trade embassy, ASCII is over here. That'll do nicely. Wait, what map size? Large, okay. I didn't remember to set large, that's good. That's the salt hooked up again. And you need to pull back. Spearman. Spearman drive. Pretty much the most cost-effective units you can get. They're what you'll find yourself relying on for ancient and like classical melee trips, like most of the time. That or horsemen if you're feeling particularly fancy. Okay, now. Okay, and with the return of our worker, that's where I'm going to end the episode. And so we'll see you next time when we chariot rush Montezuma and stomp his face into the ground. See you then.